How's it going? Dave in Comic Book Investments. Got some stuff back from CGC and some stuff in general. I've been away for a couple weeks. I got sick and then just didn't feel like making any videos. And then it was a weird sickness. I think it was like no one else I knew got sick, so I don't think it was. I think it was like I ate something and got some weird type of bug or something. Then we had the auction, the featured auction, so I was busy with that. Anytime there's a featured auction, I'm just like super busy right after it ends. I have so much shipping and so much going on that I just don't even bother making videos. But I did upload a couple videos on my other channel, my music channel, and I did do an interview with MJ Comics. You can go check that out. So got some stuff here to go through. So let's go through it. Got a book from my dad's collection. Well, not really my dad's collection. My dad found the collection, the Rockford collection. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's a pedigree. I'll show it to you. First, we got Fantastic Fears number 6. This is up for $3,000. I really need like a bigger table. It's like maybe like over here or something. I don't know. This is not enough room. G.I. Joe number 1 newsstand variant down there, $11.50. Avengers 57 first Silver Age Vision, thought it was a 9.2. I actually sent this book in a couple times, hoping to get that 9.2. Just kept coming back 9.0, so it is what it is. $11.99. Blonde Phantom number 12. This is the first in the series. Thought it came back greater one, $32.99. And here's that book. This is from my dad's found collection. This is the Rockford. As you can see, it has like, I guess it's like a bronze and like a, I guess like a black border, bronze, Rockford. It's a pedigree copy. The Rockford collection was, I think, the biggest collection my dad ever found. I'm trying to remember the story, so bear with me. It was in Rockford, Connecticut or something? Rockford, Illinois, or Rockford somewhere. That's why usually if it has a name, like Rockford, it's the place, the city where it was found. That's usually how it works for the most part. And anyways, he found this collection. This was probably either late 90s or early 2000s, somewhere around there. Found this collection, and the guy, had a really nice collection of all golden age, I think I might be mixing up two collections, but I believe what happened was the guy had like Action 1 all the way up, Detective Comics 1 all the way up, everything like that. But I think the guy got robbed, and the people knew that number 1s were valuable, so they took out like Action 1, Detective Comics 1, Captain America Comics 1, like the Batman 1. But they didn't take out the Detective 27 because it's number 27. So I think that might be that collection. I could be wrong. But guy had like basically full runs of everything from like the golden age. I think he didn't really have much silver. And yeah, so this is from there. It's notated by this little sideways S. I don't know if the sideways S is on all of them or some of them or why it's even there. But I think the person just notated their comics with a little S. Or sometimes maybe they got this from a certain like newsstand, and that's what the newsstand person did, to notate their books. And so the newsstand that person went to every day might have had that. Sometimes you see on the back, like it'll have like an address stamp, something like that. Or this might be the distributor that they got it from. Who knows? Anyways, $39.99. Daredevil number 1. I was hoping it was 3.5, got a 3.0, $21.99. I don't think it's not really worth sending. I watched the new Daredevil show. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. The first 15 minutes were great, really good. But then it kind of just got a little boring, so I'll give it another episode and see how it goes. Usually, I have a very, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but very, I guess, low tolerance, maybe, for shows. I usually give like a show like, oh, this looks interesting. I'll turn it on. And if it doesn't hook me in the first episode, I will not ever watch it again. That's usually how it goes. If it's somewhat interesting, I will continue watching it and give it maybe another episode or two. But yeah, there's lots of shows I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I see a trailer or a preview or something, and I'll watch it, and I'll just be like, nope, turn it off, never watch it again. Done. That's how I am. So I don't have time to waste on TV shows that I'm not interested in. So I'll give this Daredevil another episode. Like I said, the first 15 minutes were great, and then it just kind of got boring, and I was like, okay, come on, let's pick up the pace. Let's have something happen. And it was a long episode too, so it's not like Invincible. Invincible's good. That's probably the best thing I'm watching on TV right now. Thought it'd be a 9.0. I sent this. Did I send this? No, I don't think I only sent this once. $15.99. Page 4, number 6. First, I think it's first Marvel villain team up, and second Doctor Doom, and second Submariner, Silver Age Submariner. Thought it'd be 6.5, got 6.0, $15.99. So this batch wasn't as good, but I take that back. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Some of these, they're kind of all over the place. Some good ones, some bad ones. So this one, isn't the first appearance Red Ghost, and Red Ghost is in the new Fantastic Four movie. I thought this was going to be a 7.5, got an 8.5, so yay. $35.99. And then we got, there we go, Iron Fist 14, first Sabretooth. Came back great I wanted, and $36.99. Then we got Mad Magazine number 1. I was home for a 4.5, got a 4.0, $24.99. Yeah, so with Mad Magazine, right now it's his comic book form, but I think it was like issue like 23 or 24. They changed it into magazine size. This was really, EC was actually doing pretty well. And then the Comics Code Authority came out in 1954 or 55, and it just destroyed the EC line. Just destroyed it. But at the time, Mad had moved over to more of a magazine, and the Comics Code Authority didn't go after magazine size. And Mad Magazine actually did very, very well. It was basically the only thing that was like keeping their business afloat. For EC, I think it's called Entertainment Comics, Entertainment Comics. I think that's what it's called. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments below. Showcase 22. First Hal Jordan as Green Lantern. Came back greater one, $24.99. Yeah, I did an interview / podcast thing with MJ Comics last night. He asked me previously to do it, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of busy right now. And then I got back to him, and then we did it last night. And it's always funny. He's like, oh, it won't take very long. People always say that. And I'm like, it never does. I think this one was like 2.5 hours. But yeah, I was drinking my water the whole time, and man, I really had to pee. So I was like, okay, we need to wrap this up here. And I was getting hungry. So, but he was over in the UK, so it was like 1 something in the morning. I was like, geez, I would never do that. I'm in bed by like 8 or 9. Like, I'll be in bed maybe by 8, and watch something, and then fall asleep maybe by 9. So it would be rare that I'm not asleep by 10 o'clock. That's like super rare. I don't know. And I'm one of those types of people. I literally get in bed and just fall asleep. I always tell people, the biggest nemesis that TV or movies have is me sleeping. So I'll pop something on, and if it's not hooking me, I just fall asleep. Just boom, out. And that's the only time I watch TV is at night. Star Wars number 1. So I actually had 2 Star Wars number 1s, and they both came back 9.8. So yay, and I both wanted them to be 9.8. So $29.99. And that's the price. All the stuff you can find at collectorscomics.com. Yeah. So the auction, it did pretty good. It wasn't our highest in terms of dollar amount, because we also didn't have the highest in terms of stuff. But it's weird. So before we had weekly auctions, so we know we run weekly auctions, we obviously had more consignments for the featured auctions, but since we run weekly auctions, it kind of eats into that. So so maybe like I think 9 months or a year ago, before we were running weekly auctions, was our biggest in terms of how much stuff we had compared to now. It's not as much during the featured auction, which is kind of better because it's more curated. So it's like you can go either way. You can get, I think we had like, almost 1,400 items in the auction, which is pretty good. Like it's pretty much standard around that for like even like Heritage, Comic Link, Comic Connect. That's like their featured auctions somewhere around there. I know Comic Link will have their normal auctions, like monthly, month and a half auction. I think they call it focused auctions, or I'm not really sure. But those are like 5,000 items. So yeah. It's kind of like, oh, which route should we go? I don't know. Is it better? Like, obviously, I'd like just a select few of really good stuff, and then have our weekly auctions take care of like most everything else. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I don't know who's going to send us in what. Basically, anyone that sends us stuff in, we pretty much put in either a weekly or a featured auction. But yeah. So overall, it's good. It's very good. People are happy, so that makes me happy. What is this? Submariner number 1. I thought it was a 9.6. Came back 9.4. 12.49. I'm trying to see if this thing can get a 9.6. Yeah. I wonder if that's holding back. On these books, especially this round, was it 68? Yeah, 68. They would always have this like little chip at the top. I don't know why. Always. Like not just Submariner, but anything from Marvel in 1968 has like this like little chip at the top. Now this one, it's part of the manufacturing process, but I wonder if that's holding it back. So it has, it's not, the chip isn't out, but there is the tear like it was going to chip. Dang, this is nice. Is it 9.6 nice? That is the question. Spine is super good. I would say the spine is like a 9.8. There's a little thing there, but that's still like 9.8. And then there's a little bit on the corners. I wonder, it has to be, this book is gorgeous. It has to be this chip thing on the back. Well, it's not a full chip, it's just like the tear that's going to, I don't know. So it is a manufacturing defect, and they usually don't downgrade for that, but who knows? I don't know. X-Men 9. It would be nice to have a 9.6. I thought it'd be a 9.0, got a 9.2. $29.99. And then I got 1 through 4 of these Wolverine limited things, but they all has a sketch by Joe Rubinstein right down here on the bottom. The 2 I picked are probably the nicest sketches. The one he did on number 1 and 3. The one on 3 he had to use gold, and it was okay. On the 1, it's kind of hidden in there, like he drew it more on Wolverine, and so it's not as good. But this one's pretty cool. It's 8.0, or sorry, 8.5. What do I have it up here? I'll just tell you. $2.99, and this one's going to be $2.49. This one, yeah. So this one you got Wolverine over here in the side, right there. This one's pretty cool, a good Wolverine, but this one's much better in my opinion. It depends what you want, because he has the claws in this, and he also put a little bit of silver in there as well. So it's like two-toned, not just black. This one has a nice face, so very cool. I like stuff like that. Makes it unique. One of ones. That's what I would say. That is it. Yeah, if you have any consignments you want to send over for our next featured auction or a weekly auction, we are always accepting consignments, 5%. That's all we are, 5%. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Have a great day.